Well, we've learned that Mel Gibson's wife of 28 years has filed for divorce. The couple has been married for that long and has 7 children. The executive producer of TMZ, Harvey Levine, joins us to talk about the very latest. Now, Harvey, it seems to me that some people in Hollywood thought that this was kind of a long time coming. No big surprise here.
Well, it's not. There were signs of this after his drunk driving arrest that they were growing apart, and in fact we're told that there are people in both camps who are saying that it may be that they've been separated for nearly 3 years. I think the time they separated is going to be important for community property reasons, because that's when what's his is hers and hers is his stops, and he ends up earning what he earns and she doesn't have a part of it. So I think they may be squabbling over exactly when that date is, but they have been growing apart for a while. Yeah,
California, a 50-50 community property state. Of course, didn't they have a prenup?
They did not have a prenup because they got married in 1980 when really he wasn't famous, he certainly wasn't rich, and it just didn't factor in. Obviously, since then, he has become extremely wealthy. He was estimated to be worth $900 million back in 2006, so she stands to get a huge chunk of that.
Isn't he also being sued, though, by a screenwriter of Passion of the Christ? It's not that he's going to be out of money, but he has some money issues as well.
He really doesn't have money issues, Nicole. I mean, this guy is loaded by any standards, and she is a full participant.
Okay, let's talk about some of the reports as to why this is going down in the first place. You mentioned the 2006 driving arrest. Any other indication as to why, after 28 years, they're now calling it quits?
Well, there have been reports that Mel Gibson may have been involved with another woman. I am told, he's denied that, but even if it were true, I am told that this goes way beyond any possible third party, that there were just issues in the marriage where they had grown apart, didn't see things the same way. I know that some of this was exacerbated in her head after the 2006 drunk driving arrest, but it goes way beyond that issue.
It also goes way beyond the issue of just the money. She wants spousal support. She also wants attorney fees. What about the kids? I know that a lot of them are grown, but isn't there one who's still a minor? What could happen to him?
Yeah, Tommy is going to turn 10 tomorrow. She is asking for joint physical and legal custody, and I don't think that's going to be much of a question. I think she will probably get that, and he would probably want that as well. They have 7 kids total.
I'm curious, Harvey, how are your readers, watchers, responding to Mel Gibson? This is not the first time this guy has been all over TMZ.
No, look, I don't think you can look at this as, oh my God, look at this terrible scandal. It's not. I mean, by Hollywood standards, this was a successful marriage. I mean, they had 7 kids together. It lasted 28 years. Most marriages in this town don't last that long, whether they're celebrities or not. So this was a successful marriage. And, it ran its course. But I don't think this is something where you say, oh my God, look at what he did or she did or they did or whatever. I mean, it's a 28-year-old marriage that ran its, that basically had its time.
Until the day before Good Friday. That was the time.
Well, and it's interesting, Nicole. She did file the papers the day before. She signed the papers, rather, the day before Good Friday, which, given the backdrop here, kind of interesting.